Seniors, let me ask you an honest question. When was the last time you woke up in the morning and actually felt fully charged? I'm not talking about just being awake. I mean feeling the deep reservoir of energy that you probably haven't felt in decades. Or have you gotten used to simply running on fumes, accepting those aches, that brain fog, and that constant low-grade fatigue is just a normal part of getting older? If you commit to taking magnesium glycinate every single night for 30 consistent days, your body is going to go through a restoration process so profound that you might look back at week 1 and barely recognize the person you used to be. I am not talking about a magic pill here. This isn't a stimulant that gives you the jitters, and it's not a pharmaceutical painkiller that simply masks your symptoms. We are talking about the master key to over 6,000 biochemical reactions in your body. But here is the catch: as we age, and as we deal with stress, inflammation, and modern diets, we'll lose this key. Doctors estimate that over 97% of people over the age of 60 are deficient. That means the vast majority of seniors are walking around totally unaware that their muscle cramps, their insomnia, their anxiety, and their unstable blood pressure aren't necessarily diseases, and they are just getting old. They are signals of a single, missing mineral. In this video, we are going to break down the 5 life-changing things that happen when you take magnesium glycinate for 30 days. And you really need to stick around for change number 2, because researchers have found it may reverse one of the most frustrating age-related symptoms that most people believe is permanent. We are going to treat this like a conversation, not a lecture, so get comfortable. Let's begin the journey, because number 5 is the first change you will feel, and it addresses the biggest fear most people have about taking magnesium. Number 5, your digestive system finally finds its peace. Now, one of the first things people notice when they switch to magnesium glycinate is something they weren't expecting at all: silence. If you have ever tried cheap magnesium supplements from the grocery store, like magnesium oxide or citrate, you probably know the drill. You take a pill, and an hour later, you are sprinting to the bathroom. It's a disaster. That is why so many people give up. But magnesium glycinate is the real deal. It is different. The reason comes down to basic chemistry that acts like a VIP pass for your digestion. Standard magnesium is poorly absorbed, so it sits in your intestines, pulls in water, and flushes everything out. But magnesium glycinate is bound to an amino acid called glycine. Your body loves glycine. It recognizes it immediately and pulls the magnesium right through the intestinal wall and into your bloodstream, completely bypassing the digestive chaos. During those first few days, your digestive system essentially learns to welcome this nutrient rather than fighting against it. But it gets better. The glycine component isn't just a carrier, it's a healer. It helps produce bile and stomach acid, which are essential for breaking down your food properly. If you are someone who struggles with indigestion or a sensitive stomach, by the end of 30 days, you won't just be tolerating the supplement, you might notice your overall digestion is smoother than it has been in years. You can finally get the benefits without paying the price. To get the best start, take it with food. Treat your gut with respect, and it will thank you. But gentle digestion is just the warm-up act. Now, let's go deeper into the tissues. Number 4. Your muscles transform from tense to truly relaxed. If you have ever experienced that annoying eye twitch that just won't quit, or those leg cramps that wake you up screaming in the middle of the night, or shoulders that feel like they are made of concrete, you have felt the scream of magnesium deficiency. Around week 2 of consistent supplementation, something remarkable starts happening in your muscle tissue. Think of it this way: calcium is the gas pedal for your muscles, telling them to contract and tighten. Magnesium is the brake pedal, telling them to relax and let go. When you are deficient, you are driving your body with a gas pedal floored and no brakes. Your muscles are constantly on. They never get a break. Magnesium acts as nature's calcium channel blocker. It pushes calcium out of the cells and allows the muscle fibers to lengthen and relax. During your 30-day journey, the first thing you might notice is that those random twitches disappear. Then, the nighttime cramps start to fade away. Finally, that chronic, deep tension in your neck and back starts releasing in a way that no amount of stretching or massage could ever accomplish. And for the seniors out there who like to stay active, maybe you play pickleball, golf, or just enjoy long walks, this is a game changer for recovery. Glycine helps flush out lactic acid, which causes that burning sensation. This means you can move more, with less pain. By day 14, you might wake up and realize you aren't stiff anymore. You can bend down to tie your shoes without groaning. That feeling of being heavy is replaced by a feeling of being light and mobile. It's freedom of movement, returned to you. Now that your muscles are finally letting go, your body is preparing for an even more profound change in the engine room. Number 3, your blood pressure and heart rhythm find stability. Here is something your doctor might not have fully explained to you. Your heart is a muscle, and your blood vessels are lined with smooth muscle. Just like the muscles in your legs need magnesium to relax, your cardiovascular system relies on it to stay open and flexible. When you are low on magnesium, your blood vessels constrict. They get tight. Imagine trying to water your garden with a hose that someone is kinking in the middle. The pressure builds up behind the kink, right? That is what happens in your arteries. Your heart has to pump harder and harder to push the blood through those tight vessels. By the 3rd week of taking magnesium glycinate, those vessel walls begin to soften and relax. The kink in the hose is released. The internal diameter of your blood vessels increases, which means blood can flow through with less resistance. This naturally takes the workload off your heart. Many studies have shown that consistent magnesium supplementation can produce meaningful reductions in blood pressure. But it's not just about pressure, it's about rhythm. Magnesium plays a critical role in the electrical signals that keep your heart beating steadily. If you are someone who occasionally feels those little flutters, or skip beats, or palpitations when you are lying in bed, magnesium helps to stabilize that electrical system. By day 20 or 21, you might notice you feel less winded when you climb a flight of stairs. You might feel a sense of calm in your chest. It's subtle at first, but it is the feeling of your cardiovascular system operating efficiently, without struggling. Of course, if you are on heart medication, talk to your doctor, because this mineral works so well it might actually make your medication work better, and you want to manage that safely. Now, everything we have discussed so far, the digestion, the muscles, the heart, it has all been building toward the most powerful transformation. This is the one you have been waiting for. Number 2, your sleep architecture is completely rebuilt. Notice I didn't just say you sleep better. I said your sleep architecture changes. This is the big reveal. Most seniors accept poor sleep as a sentence. They think waking up at 3 a.m. and staring at the ceiling is just part of the deal. It is not. Magnesium glycinate goes far beyond simply knocking you out like a sleeping pill. Sleeping pills are like getting hit on the head with a hammer. You are unconscious, but you aren't resting. Magnesium, combined with glycine, actually changes the structure of your sleep cycles. Here is the magic: glycine lowers your core body temperature. This is the biological signal that tells your brain, it is nighttime, time to shut down. Then, the magnesium increases the activity of neurotransmitters that calm the brain. During your 30-day journey, the changes often follow a pattern. In the first week, you fall asleep faster. That racing mind that replays every mistake you made since 1985 finally quiets down. By week 2, you stop waking up for every little noise. You stay asleep. But by week 3 and 4, the quality changes. You start entering deep sleep, also known as slow-wave sleep. This is the holy grail of health. This is when your brain literally cleans itself, washing away metabolic waste and toxins that accumulate during the day. It is when your memories are consolidated. It is when your body repairs tissues. When you wake up after a night of true, magnesium-fueled deep sleep, you don't feel groggy. You feel refreshed. You have mental clarity. You have patience. It reverses that feeling of aging more than any expensive face cream ever could. You aren't just sleeping, you are recovering. And finally, we arrive at the ultimate benefit. the one that ties it all together. Number 1. Your anxiety and stress response fundamentally shifts. What researchers have discovered about magnesium glycinate and mental health is mind-blowing. In our modern world, we are constantly bombarded with bad news, noise, and stress. Our brains are stuck in fight or flight mode. Our cortisol is high, and our nerves are fried. Magnesium glycinate has a superpower. It can cross the blood-brain barrier. It gets right into the control center. Once it is there, it acts like a chill pill for your nervous system. It binds to GABA receptors. These are the same receptors that anti-anxiety medications target, and it tells your brain to cool it. By the end of your 30 days, you will notice a shift in your baseline mood. It is not that stressful things stop happening. The traffic is still bad, the news is still annoying. But your reaction to them changes. That constant low-grade anxiety, that feeling of being on edge or waiting for the other shoe to drop, it just fades away. You become more resilient. You can handle challenges with a clear head instead of panic. The physical symptoms of stress, the tight chest, the shallow breathing, they become less frequent. You feel grounded. You feel stable. For many seniors, this mental clarity and emotional stability is the most valuable gift of all. It's the feeling of being comfortable in your own skin again. So, let's recap your 30-day journey. It starts in the gut, soothing your digestion. It moves to the muscles, melting away tension and pain. It travels to the heart, opening up circulation and steadying the rhythm. It enters your brain at night, granting you the deep, restorative sleep of your youth. And finally, it rewires your stress response, giving you a sense of peace and resilience. This isn't about fighting your body, it's about giving your body the raw materials it is crying out for. We live in a world where our soil is depleted, and our food just doesn't have the minerals it used to. Supplementing with magnesium glycinate isn't extreme, it's simply correcting a modern deficiency. Now, a quick word of wisdom. Rome wasn't built in a day, and your magnesium levels won't be restored in an hour. Consistency is key. You need to show up for yourself every single day. Take it about an hour before bed. Make it a ritual. A moment of self-care. And as always, I am a researcher sharing information, not your personal doctor. If you have kidney issues or heart conditions, check in with your medical professional. But for the vast majority of you, this simple addition to your routine is safe, effective, and frankly, necessary. I want you to try this. I want you to commit to the 30 days. And then, I want you to come back to this video and tell me how you feel. Did the cramps stop? Did you sleep through the night? Did you finally feel that cloud of anxiety lift? Your story helps others realize they don't have to suffer in silence. Take care of your amazing body. It's the only place you have to live. Supplement smart, eat well, and prioritize your peace. Thank you so much for listening. Stay healthy, stay happy, and I will catch you in the next one.